G'day everyone, Muddy here. Just come back from a ride. Basically what I'm going to do is go over how to do an air filter. First thing you do, pull your cover off, check your air filter out. That's filthy, so that needs replacing and cleaning up. Undo your little clip, pull him out, chuck him to one side. Now stick one of these plates in there so when you wash it you don't get any water or crap in there. So it's kind of hard to do with one hand. Anyway, that's in, so that's ready to wash. Give the bike a good clean and away we go. One of the things I do when I pull my air filter out, on a two-stroke, every ride during summer I would wash this, every single ride. During winter, when there's absolutely not a speck of dust around, I might let it go 2 rides. I'd check it after every single ride, but 2 rides, whether it needs it or not, I would do it. Have a bit of a look around, make sure that everything is good, that there's no tears or anything. On this one, I can see a tiny little tear in there. So this air filter gets going straight in the bin. Wouldn't even bother with it, just chuck it straight in the bin, replace it. They're not that expensive, just replace it. So just for the purpose of this video, I'll show you how I wash them. And then I'll re-oil a new one. I picked up a brand new one, so I always carry a couple of spares. I'll show you how I oil it, put it back in. Okay, to clean my air filters, basically I just have a parts washer. Inside the parts washer, just have an old paintbrush to really get into it, scrub it. It's got the fluid in there, and basically the stuff I run in there is this stuff. Is the proper foam filter cleaner. Can use 2 parts diesel, 1 part kerosene to clean it, but I just use that stuff. It's the best stuff. That's what it's made for. All right, I'll show you how to clean them. All right, cleaning the filter. Take the foam off the cage. Put it over there. Let's give this a quick clean. Always inspect it. As you can see, there's a hole in there, tear there, so this is going in the bin. So next step, washing your air filter. Just some dishwashing liquid and just some water to wash all that cleaner out of it. When you're washing your air filters, never use petrol. Petrol just kills them. Basically what the petrol does, breaks down the glue they use to glue these back together when they make them. So if you use petrol, breaks that glue down, they literally fall apart. I've seen one of these after one wash, brand spanking new, fall to pieces. So you just want to keep washing this, work the detergent through, get it nice and soapy, clean out that cleaner. So my recommendation is you always use the proper cleaner. As I say, I've heard that you can use 2 parts diesel, 1 part kerosene. You know what, the other stuff's just as cheap. It's the proper stuff, it's made for it, use it. Give it a good clean out. Never wring them, just squeeze them when you're cleaning them. Never wring out your air filters, rips them, tears them. Just use the squeeze technique to work the cleaner through and this detergent. Keep doing this till you get spotless. There's no more chemical or cleaner in it, and the water, when you squeeze it out, there's no soap or anything like that, and away you go. I'm not going to worry about doing this one too much more. Like I said, this one's going to go in the bin. As you can see, it's got a rip in there, and it's got a bit of a rip in that through there. So whilst that's on the base, that's still going to seal up. You could still get away with it. 30 bucks Australian or 35 bucks or whatever they are. I'd throw it in the bin. Not worth worrying about. They're a throwaway item. Always carry 2 or 3 spares. So when they're cactus, throw them in the bin. So what I've got is a very expensive custom made drying rack. So once I've washed out my air filter, these are hard to get, very expensive, but basically I hang it up and leave it to dry. So now my old filters, I'll throw them in the bin, but you let it dry. New air filter, grab them out of the packet. This stuff, this is all I use. During COVID, I couldn't get the stuff I normally use, so I had to switch to a different brand. And it's a brand that I use some of their other products for, but I've never used their foam oil. So I'll give it a try. Utter rubbish. Too thin, just runs everywhere. Followed the recommendations of how they reckon to use it, and I ended up with puddles of the stuff underneath my bike. So I've used this all my life. This is what I used in the bike shop. This is all we've ever used, and it's great stuff. So just use this stuff, it's the best. It's just a problem getting it for a while. So nice application of oil all over the foam. Once again, don't wring it, squeeze it, work it through. You want a nice even coating the whole way through. So you should be able to look at it at the end of it, and it should be just this nice colour, and it should be nice. You can see there's a bit of a light spot, so we'll just make sure we work some more into that. I check the inside, make sure the inside's got a nice coating, no light spots. So you can see, starting to get really good there. Fairly even all the way through, nice coating. Go a little bit more. You can see I put some on the inside, put some on the outside. So giving it a good working through. Don't be shy. If you get too much in it, you just give it a good squeeze into your container. If the container's really clean, like this one, you can pour it back in your bottle for next time. So you can see that looks beautiful now. This nice, beautiful, even coating of oil all the way through, inside and out. So, put your cage back on. Make sure it fits in there nicely. Don't try and stretch it too much, just be gentle, work it around. Once you've got it on, the tabs in place. And some people put that back in, just like that. Not me. I'm going to use some of this stuff. So basically what I do, get some of this waterproof grease, and I put a nice smear whole way around. It's going to give it a really good seal. The grease doesn't cost much. Some people will just go with the oil. Press up and the oil will seal it, it'll be fine. Yeah, can be. But for the little extra, and once again, this is what we used to do in a bike shop, still do, is we put this nice smear all the way around. There is no way any dirt's getting between that air filter and the air box. Ain't going into my carby. No way. Also put just a tiniest bit just in the centre, around the edge, just the tiniest bit. Alright, so that is ready to go inside the airbox, all done. What I've also done, if you can see, is I've cleaned out the airbox. So I stuff an old pair of stinky jocks in there. I love my old stinky jocks. Stuff them in there so that when I'm cleaning it, nothing goes down in there. Get that airbox nice and clean. I love a nice clean box. It just makes life a bit easier. Put it in, up goes up. Slide them in, get this out of the way. Slide them in nicely. Now what you want to do is you want to get your hands right around it and feel it and make sure it sets in properly. Because what happens, some people don't set them in properly, don't seal it properly, and there's a lip off the back side or something like that. So I just slide my fingers all the way around, have a good feel, and make sure it's seated 100%. Give it a bit of a wiggle, make sure it's in place. Perfect, that's it done. Air filter's clean, box is clean, it's fitted, seated properly, a little bit of grease around, seals him up, and we're done. Ready to ride. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you got something out of it. Ride well everyone.